Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats.
That pull string for the fucking garage door had a loop tied in the end of it for you to put your fingers through and fucking pull on it. It wasn't a noose.
The show is about to begin.
This is a bunch of bullshit.
The bar is open. Hi, and welcome back to the Titty and Shiner Show. Episode 90. Almost in triple digits. Episode 90. We have a lot to talk about, so we're going to get on with it real quick. Mr. Donnie is not in studio today. I don't know where maybe he's at school with his kids and parent-teacher conference or something. I have no idea. But my name is Big Titty, and my partner next to me, well, he's famous.
I am none other than Shiner, and I brought my dog to the studio tonight.
He did.
I got Lila with me. Yeah, Lila's here.
Lila, I guess she's a partial pit bull. Or is she full pit?
Full pit.
Full
She's
pit.
Full pit.
Full
blue nose.
The sorriest pitch you ever saw in your life.
Oh, she's pathetic, man. She's pathetic.
If you pick up a drinking straw and just wave it in the air just a little bit, that dog.
Empty her bladder.
Have you ever been to a club and watched the women get low? This dog gets
how they do it.
lower.
Yeah, she had a home before ours, and she was abused real bad. And it was apparently by a man that used to hit her with things. Because if a male has anything in his hands, and like Teddy said, even a straw, she cowers. It scares her to death. So other than that, she's spoiled rotten.
That she is. She's a great, great, great dog. I still call her a puppy, even though she's not a puppy. She loves love, loves kisses. She thinks she's about 3 pounds and can get in your lap.
That's the other thing, man. I don't know why she thinks she's a lap dog. I mean, she runs around with August. August is a big Chesapeake Bay retriever. You think she would have the opposite thing going on in her head, like she's as big as he is, but no. She thinks she's a Chihuahua.
Well, in August, being exactly what he is, you would think he would probably be the greatest hunting dog in the world.
That is the most worthless retriever you have ever seen. Here's this new deal. Since it's got hot outside, you can't get him to go outside. Like, hey, Lila, you open the door. She's out to use the bathroom. He's laying in the hall in front of the hall and in the AC. You can't get him to go outside. So yesterday morning or the day before, I wake up at like 4. I started waking up at 3:45. I got up at 4:15 because my house smelled like a freaking porta-john. And I walked out in the freaking living room. He just took a dump in the middle of the living room because he hadn't been outside all day.
Just a big old steaming pile of shit.
And you ain't lying, dude. I was so mad at him. I'm like, man, what a worthless dog. And yeah, being a retriever, you think he'd want to be outside and do this and play fetch? Nah. He wants to sit in the AC.
Yeah, I mean, Lila's like drinking, got to go outside, come back in. She's like, why don't you come out with me? He's like, screw it, it's too hot. She's like, yeah, but you got to pee every once in a while. And he's like, yeah, if you don't drink, you don't have to pee.
Which he doesn't until the evening, and then he drinks he'll sit there and lap up like a gallon of water
he'll drink
at one time.
all at once. It's like
the whole
camel.
Day. Yeah, that's exactly what I never thought about that, but you're right.
It's like a camel. He just drinks it all at once.
Which is why he had to stay home tonight. He stayed home in the AC while I brought Lila with me. So,
how do you want to open this up, man? Because we got a lot to talk about.
I mean, we could spill the wheel of liberalism, but I mean, that's pretty much all we're going to talk about tonight because I'm telling you right now, man, I'll tell you what, you just reach in the hat, you pick out a subject, we'll go from there. But I got a lot of things I'm going to say tonight, and I will tell everybody listening, for 2 or 3 episodes, 4 episodes, we've discussed some things, and I've kind of sat on some things in an effort not to offend people. But that's not going to happen tonight. I'm going to lay a lot of stuff on the line, and we're going to discuss it because I'm tired of this shit.
All right, I'm going to spin the wheel. And the wheel of liberalism lands on statues. Ugh, and this is just an absolute piss me off moment. I'm about to go off on some people about this.
Okay, if we're going to start there, I'm just going to put this out there. I'm going to get heated right out of the gate. Man.
Let's just do it. I took my blood pressure medicine. We're good to go.
I don't know if I got enough. I don't know if I got enough in that cartridge or that vape pen to deal with all this, but I'm telling you, man, there is a big problem. And you and I were kind of kicking this around as we were setting up to record tonight. I'm starting to believe I used to talk a lot on this show about people need to wake up and realize what's going on. People on the left, please open your eyes and see what's going on. Now I'm starting to believe that they know what's going on. They are fully aware that these people are trying to destroy this nation, and they're. You brought it up last time. Hitler did this before. Anytime they would invade a country, they would erase. They would just do the best they could to erase their history, and then make their history what they wanted them to know it was.
Well, that's how you change your citizenship. If you erase their history and basically give the people a new history, a new something, well, they're just going to follow that too. I mean, this nation's full of a bunch of fucking followers. It's crazy.
We've always said tearing those statues down does not change the fact that it happened. And you cannot ignore the fact that it happened, because those instances, whether good or bad, shaped who we are as a nation today.
Now, what they don't want is a statue up there reminding you that Thomas Jefferson was one of the founders of our country. You know, was he a slave owner? I don't know. I didn't live back then. Was he a racist?
He was.
Was he racist? I'm not 100% sure. Again, I didn't live back then. Wasn't my problem. But let's say for sake that he was a racist. Seems like just about every white person on the planet back then was a racist, if that's what you want to call it.
Now that you said that, because while you're talking about this just jumped in my dome. Okay, is it racist? Are they being racist, or was that just the norm?
Well, that was the norm for them.
And there was a lot of slave owners. I shouldn't say that. I don't know if there was a lot. There was a portion of slave owners that were not bad to the slaves that they owned.
No.
Like, there were slave owners that took very good care of them.
Yeah, I mean, you know, still, they worked them, and they were slaves, and, you know, they might have been nice about it, but it's still, you know, I'm look, I've got my own thing about slavery and how much I dislike the fact that it ever happened. But, you know, Native American Indians were also slaves. They were slaves in Georgia, along with the black folk.
Look what the Asian community during the war. We put them in concentration camps.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
I mean,
exactly.
Does it make it right?
No.
It doesn't mean that I agree with it, but that's just the way it was back then. I mean, there's no two ways about it.
No, but back in you know, 1939, 1940, 1941, whatever it was, you know, everybody that had slant eyes, they came from overseas. Well, we were getting our balls attacked by Japan, and anybody with slant eyes, we were just putting back so they couldn't do anything to us. You know, I know this is 1942, and I know it's fairly recent, but I know there's a lot of people that really did not know better at the time. You know, you think you're gonna be.
You just said it right there. You didn't know better.
Yeah, they didn't know better. And you know, here's the thing. This is all taught. This behavior is all taught. You learn what your parents did. If your parents were slave owners from the 1700s, you're probably going to be a slave owner in the 1800s if that's about the time you were born. You know what I mean?
You don't know any different.
You don't know any different. You don't. But that same behavior, when it comes to straight up racism, you know, if your kids are brought up into a racist home, like KKK flags, German flags all over the place, white supremacists.
That's here. I mean, I will never try to tell anybody that's not here. It is.
It is.
I mean,
but that's also a learned behavior. Guess what else is a learned behavior?
Accept it.
Being a thug is a learned
yes.
behavior.
You got one there.
Being a thug is a learned behavior. If your family is poor and lived on welfare and had no money and people had to go steal to get stuff so they could have stuff, guess what you're probably going to do? You're probably going to do the same thing. So somehow, some way, that bad cycle has got to be broken not only by the black community, because let's face it, the black community is the only people on the planet that call the gathering of where they live the hood. And that's not a good connotation. That's kind of a pretty shitty connotation. Meaning, don't come to the hood, especially if you're white, or you're probably going to get shot. Well, you know, there's a lot of people. I mean, just be white and walk into a black neighborhood. The first thing that's going to happen is you're probably going to be told, "Are you lost?"
You're going to be confronted some way,
Yeah.
most likely.
You don't belong here. Okay, well,
and you're talking about walking through a black neighborhood.
Yeah, you don't belong here. Okay, well, right off the bat, what is that? That's
That's
racist.
just it. And all you people that are jumping on this BLM bandwagon and you're buying these damn T-shirts and everything else, you think we're lying? Go find the hood wherever you live, and this evening walk through it and see what happens and see if we're lying to you.
Yeah.
But these are the same people that are marching around and want what they quote unquote equality, which is a line of bullshit. I hear people all the time, the CEO of Chick-fil-A is the latest knucklehead to hit social media with just complete shenanigans. This guy they discipline an employee for wearing a back of the blue T-shirt. They discipline somebody for supporting the police. Are we really there in this country? And now he's come out yesterday, I think, and said that white people, as a show of solidarity, should shine the shoes of black people. How many pairs of shoes you shine today, Titty?
Not one, but, for $7.50 a pair, I'll shine some shoes. I don't give a fuck. I can shine 6 pairs of shoes an hour. That's $42 an hour. That's damn good money.
From the principle on this deal, God damn it. Like, the principle is, like, why should I do that? Why should I need to show solidarity with the black community? I haven't done anything to the black community.
No.
I keep seeing all these social media posts about making apologies to the black community. I didn't do anything to them, so I ain't apologizing for shit.
No, I've never owned a slave. Not one. Not one.
I don't even roll around and treat black people different. I had some Amazon stuff arrive at Camp Shiner earlier, and the dude that delivered it was a black dude, and I stepped out to get it, and we sat there and shot the shit with each other for probably 5 minutes, just joking around, and I didn't treat that dude any different. He's just a person. Friendly dude, too.
Well, when we're talking about this learned behavior, and believe it or not, Titty's going to bring this back around to the original point. And that's because I have it on paper now. Thank you very much for the suggestion, whoever you were. Because it works. We're talking about learned behavior, and now getting back to the statues, that's a following thing. That's not really a learned behavior. Like, you don't teach your kid the proper way to pull down a statue. That's a moment thing that you're probably watching somebody else do, and you think, oh, God, I got to get in on that.
Mob mentality, man. Look it up. Mob mentality.
Exactly. But, destroying those statues and destroying what you think is history, you're not going to do it. It's still written. And
I've got a problem. Go ahead.
No, you go. You're fine.
I've got a problem with people trying to destroy the history of this nation.
Oh, big time.
This is the greatest nation on the face of the planet. And people, I saw somebody tweeted yesterday and he said straight out, I don't care if you like or support Trump or you don't. We have reached a point in this country, if you support the Democratic Party, you are an enemy of this nation. And I think there is a whole lot of truth to that.
There is. And I don't even know what the complete end game is for the Democratic side. I mean, what kind of point are you trying to make? What's your end game?
I have a theory. I think the Democrats are using the BLM people, everyday Joe Blow BLM people that live in Tulsa that just support the movement. I think the Democrats are using them as a pawn, and I think that Soros is using the Democrats as a pawn, because Soros has said more than one time on record that his goal is to destroy the United States.
It would be really nice for one of you thugs or looters or whatever, go to George Soros's house, loot it, do what you do to everybody else's house. A, you'll be committing more crime, which will make you happy, and B, you'll be getting rid of a problem, which will make us happy.
It tells me Soros has probably got armed people that'll shoot them. So, that's what I don't understand, man. Like, you hear a lot of names thrown around in the arena of politics, but you don't hear people on the left bring up George Soros very often. And that is one of the most evil entities on the face of the planet.
No, it's like he's a hush hush. Shh, we don't talk about him.
Well, if anybody doesn't understand, Soros's money is what is funding all of this chaos.